This one was shitty. And then, of course, the champion actually had speculation and people into it at the time. So, I mean, there was a lot of shit that went down with this set. To this day, there are still speculators that go after the altar. I don't know if you all know that. There's still speculators. Retribution had a little bit of speculation a long time ago. Same thing with the Blade. Never did. Still garbage. All the Ascendancies, I don't care if it's Abzan or any of them, all of these always had a lot of speculators. I mean, between all the different ones, I don't care who you are, all the different Ascendancies had a lot of people who tried to speculate and make a lot of money on them as everybody built their different color combinations. And people still want to use these fancy names about, oh, I'm Abzan. I don't want to get into that shit. So again, with the golds, there was a time, dude, there were people going crazy overnight buying Butchers of the Hordes regular. These cards regular were selling $5 a piece. I was selling 20 or 30 a day. We got wiped out in 48 hours, okay? Even the damn ankle shit. I mean, this guy was hitting your ankles and people were buying this shit. Mindswipe was hot. There was a time when the Death Dealer over here, regular, non-foil, was just people were selling these things for $3 to $4 and they sold all day long. The market, the secondary market was so healthy. I can't even explain to you guys how healthy the secondary market was. It was insane. And then came the Manus Rider buyout, attack, craziness. You guys can't see because I just lost all focus. It's crazy. Then people literally went crazy trying to buy these things. Even the Palm. I mean, Crackling Doom was hot. The Butcher was hot. I mean, was never hot. Still terrible. Still terrible. Another Ascendancy. Okay. Yeah, we're here. You knew it was coming. People and the damn Siege Rhino is a perfect case study that no matter what you guys think, Wizards of the Coast is still human and they cannot predict everything. That's exactly what it proves. That's all Siege Rhino proves. That's all Collective Company proves. But there were so many other cards in this set besides that. There was a time when the Knuckle Blade was very sought after. People were dropped buying playsets, 4 for $12 type thing. Same thing with the Death Dealer. Utter End became a really, really hot card. Okay? It was just people just wanted it. Even Villainous Wealth, I had speculators going after that. There were so many of this shit, and that's what made cons, in my opinion, the legend set it became. It wasn't because of the fetch lands. The fetch lands pushed it over the edge because of the fact it's so much value in so many rares, and we're not even talking about fetch lands. That's what made the money for stores and mass box openers to crack the shit out of these boxes. There was a time when Rattleclaw became a big deal. This card went from nowhere to a huge deal. This was like a $2 card that went to $5 a piece. Again, I'm quoting non-foil prices. And it stayed there for a while, and people were buying the shit out of them. I mean, the Turtle was always shitty. Trail of Mystery, it's still mysteriously shitty. Hardened Scales became a hot thing for a while. It is what it is. You know, these red rares, all shitty. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, Crater's Claw had potential at one point. But then again, even the blue, you'll notice there's only a couple of these colors. Remember, cons, because of the fetches and multicolors and everybody was supposed to do 3 colors, blah, 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 is what Wizards wanted. All the gold rares. That was what it was all about. Everybody wants the gold rares, you know? Oh, look, a bunch of Dragonite boxes. Who cares? So, you know, even in the blues, I mean, all I have to say about blue cards that are rare in cons is Dig Through Time. Again, reinforces that Wizards can't predict even what the fuck they're doing half the time. They don't know which cards are going to go crazy. They try their best. They do these little play testing, and little Timmies come in and they play, you know, have a little popcorn. No, at the end of the day, cards like that reinforce that even they did not know. There's no way for them to predict everything. And then there was a time and hostilities became a big deal. These are all little stories that happened over a 2 to 3 day period that people were really excited about, that people were doing buyouts with, and people were just speculating, and the decks and the number of people buying this stuff was so massive. And I don't think people realize half these cards even exist anymore. Alright, moving the fuck on. You guys know. Alright, fetch lands. Again, if you guys want to do numbers, I know how everybody is on the internet. These are all the foil fetch lands that I pulled from 150 booster box restock. Okay, so literally you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You have 17 foil fetch lands, and as you can see, I don't know why Flooded Strand was just humping me the whole day, but I didn't complain. 17 foil fetches from 150 booster boxes. Take it for what it's worth. I know what everyone's going to say. Oh, but Rudy, they're all tanking in price. They're like worth $10 to $14 now in unplayed condition. I don't really give a shit. Again, when a store opens 150 boxes and they dump them all, and you make 2,500 bucks back approximately, and you keep all of this, why should I care? It doesn't change how I feel about the set. So that's it. That's all I have to say about it. Yes, college is going to be driven by fetch lands in the future, but I still firmly believe the law of large numbers is going to kick in, and that things between utter zen, that's one. I'm going to count the cards I think have potential uncertain futures, okay? 1, 2, very simply, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not gonna count this. That's 8 still. Nope, still leaving it. You have 8 rares, in my opinion, not including the ascendancies and all that stuff. There's 8 rare cards that I feel are extremely good that at any time can have a move. A very dramatic type move. So before I end the video, before we go any further, I wanted to go over a few uncommons, because cons was just the uncommon land cycle in this, okay? The uncommon land cycle in this particular set. It's a very specific, it's necessary to go over. It's the only uncommon land cycle that people are still buying shit out. I sell these for 99 cents per card on eBay for $4, and they sell like crazy. Like if we have 600 of each card in stock, we'll probably get $10 to $20 per day, which is $600 a month in revenue gross top line sales from people buying the standard uncommon regular non-foil piece for $4 for $4. It sells all the time. And that really always sits in the back of my head. I've never really brought that up on the channel, but for some reason, this particular land cycle in Con, which is surprising because for how much Con was open, you would assume that these wouldn't have any value. They'd be the standard 4 for 99 cents on eBay. And the fact that they're not, and the fact that these Con uncommon cards still sell for that, is very bizarre to me. I really thought these would be just, I don't know. It reminds me of, the charms. I had to put these foil charms out. I want to throw them on here. I got a shit ton from 150 booster boxes. The charms were such a big deal. It was the same thing. Some charms were $1 a piece on eBay, 99 cents by the mil. Others were 4 for 99. And they sold like crazy. And that was one of the reasons that made Con so successful. It wasn't because of the damn fetch land. Although, this is a value-driven, these are the core areas. But at the end of the day, there was so much other money that was being generated that I couldn't find anybody anywhere really discussing the money that these stores and mass online retailers were making was coming from all this different stuff. And nobody mentioned that anywhere. I looked, I watched Cons videos all over the internet, people analyzing market conditions, but there was so much people say, Rudy, even if you open or crack a box of Cons, it's all about the fetch, right? Well, it is. I get it, because it's just funnier that way. Life is a funny thing. It's ironic. But at the end of the day, the money was being derived from so many other places. People don't realize, on average, if you even get one place set of 4 random, let's say you get 4 random uncommon lands per box, that's $4 a box. Back in the day, if you were buying booster boxes at 77 and you were a store, almost 5% of your entire booster box price came from that. Okay? Then on top of that, you get 1 or 2, yeah, we know, you knew it was coming, you guys knew it was coming, you get 1 or 2 of these per booster box, not foil, of course. Foils, I only got 2 out of 150 boxes. Ouch, right? So, the Swift Spear has always been worth a lot. It always will be, because it's absolutely, completely ridiculous for a 1-mana 1/2 haste with prowl. I mean, I can't even comprehend how stupid. I can't believe that card exists for 1 mana. It's absolutely it's just stupid on so many levels. But the money that was made from Cons boxes, you get 4 charms on average per box. On regular, not foils. You get 4 non-foils per box. 1 to 2 Swift Spears per box. 4 to 6 on average of each. You're looking at $10 to $15 just in these handful of commons per booster. Then, every con's average 3 standard fetch lands. At the time, even if you average $15 a fetch land net, that's $45. That's $60 in a handful of regular common, uncommon, and the standard 3 fetch lands. If you're a store paying $77, and you're getting $60 from that and that, and that's with 0 mythics in the box. Fucking 0 mythics. Are you kidding me? I'm not even talking about different. I mean, we're talking 0 mythics. Who cares about the mythics? You're at $60. it was the only time I've ever seen in the last 10 years that a booster box, I'm sorry, original Zendikar, it did this, okay? It was just completely absurd. Cons was able to pull this off. It was a very special thing. And then the icing on the cake happened. I don't know if I'm going to call this icing. The MF Mofo Treasure Cruise, okay? So in 150 boxes, you can expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 foil treasure cruises in 150 booster boxes. Alright? I'm not even sure what to say. This treasure cruise, it was so broken, I can't. Again, how did that get printed? How did nobody see an issue that obviously this card's going to sit in your hand for however long in the game, and then as time goes on, you're probably going to cast it for like 3 mana, and you're going to draw 3 cards. I don't know. And it reinforces to me that Wizards F shit up all the time. Because how can they not catch some of that type of stuff? How did they not understand the power of the delve mechanic? How is that not the most obvious thing ever? I don't know. I honestly just don't have a clue. So, Rudy's Alpha Investments. I wanted to shine some little extra... I wanted to shine some extra transparency on cons. I know it's been beaten down a million times, but I don't feel this type of video was ever actually made, and I know I haven't gone into in-depth rationale on why cons is a very special, unique scenario. In today's modern booster box era, besides post-Return to Ravnica, cons and Origins are your only two pretty much areas that I feel have the highest probability of growth moving forward. I'm not saying they're going to be worth $500 a booster, but we're talking statistically. If you want to go back to stats class in school, these are your top 2 highest probability sets. And again, it really wasn't. The money came from so many other things. And we didn't even talk about the mythics. And remember, this was a $40 mythic. These are $20, $25 mythics, okay? A lot of these other miscellaneous gold mythics are like 5 apiece. 8, 5, 6 to 7, 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. Hits about 6 to 7, around 6 to 7. These again, none of these prices exist anymore, which is why stores don't continue to open product, because eventually equilibrium hits and the money's not there because the market flooded stuff. So I hope this gave everybody a better understanding. I know I rambled for a while. A lot of people seem to like it, but I like to let the thought process break out. If it takes a while to discuss it, ramble it, and go over these type of videos, we really want to know the more depth. Because people just say, hey Rudy, what do you think of cons? Oh, it's got fetch lands! Cons has fetch lands, let's buy cons! Oh no, Rudy, it's got Treasure Cruise! It's got the Swiss Spear! It's got Dig Through Time! I mean, people just get so one-sided, they're not realizing, holy shit, Rudy just said 3 of these equals 60. You can make, I mean, when you break it down further, it was an amazing time to imagine. This video is to let people know a lot of the depth for all the people who weren't playing and didn't open a bunch of boxes back then. I wanted people to see it and feel more of an understanding of what I went through and how it was discussed. If you were with me, these would be the conversations that took place. Rudy with Alpha Investments, that's all I have to say, and you guys have a great day. Hey guys, welcome back. Rudy with Alpha Investments. Today, I gotta go over this. Well, I was in Host Town, and I got back now, and I'm checking everything. This was something that happened 4 or 5 days ago that I need to make a response on because, quite frankly, most people are being flippant, ridiculous about this type of topic. I don't know what the panic is. I don't know if it's pure speculation, but it's the Ice Age thing, it's the Mark Rosewater comment, it's the Twitter thing, and people are just, there's like a miniature run on Ice Age products. Like, I've sold more Ice Age in the last 5 days than I have sold in probably 2 years. And I didn't know why. So now that I'm back up and running, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, alright, WTF. So, why? Okay, Jesus, man. Really, people are speculating and buying the shit out of Ice Age right now. Why? Because because Mark Rosewater made a tweet regarding snow-covered lands. Dual snow-covered lands. People need to chill the hell out. I brought a new character to the show, the Greed Monster. The Greed Monster is a new permanent character because that's what's going on. People are just being disoriented. I don't know if it's because it's cold, it's the holidays, half of people are maybe snowed in or something. I'm down here, I'm not even wearing pants, and I had to remove everything because it's still like 80s in Florida. But the problem is, people are speculating on Ice Age because of a flippin' tweet. Even if there's truth to the tweet, even if there's truth behind it, it's like Wizards R&D is like 5 years in advance. So for them to actually release something that has truth to it is going to be 5 years from now. So I mean, okay, I get it. Snow-covered lands, they're old as shit, and besides what? Cold Snap and Ice Age type thing, there aren't really any snow-covered lands anymore. So snow-covered lands, go to MTG Goldfish if you want, pause the video, hit Snow-Covered Mountain, and go to MTG Goldfish, pull a 5-year chart. And it's impressive. I'm not going to discount the fact, you guys, that the chart for snow-covered land is impressive. The facts of the chart is there, the numbers are there, it's straightforward. I can't really disagree with it. What I don't think a lot of people are understanding is why are snow-covered lands $3 a piece for a snow-covered... Are you serious? Why are people paying $3 for snow-covered land? Do you guys realize how many snow-covered lands are in existence? I would love for someone to try to do a buyout on snow-covered land. There are so many snow-covered lands out there, you could literally build a snow-covered house out of just snow-covered land. And I'm just talking about the Ice Age ones. I'm not even talking about the Cold Snap. I know Cold Snap is like, it came and went like 10 years ago, and there's just not a lot of sealed product left. But I'm telling you guys, do not speculate. Now, if you want to buy Ice Age and you want to open the packs and you want to enjoy it, if you want to build a deck that revolves around maybe the snow-covered mechanic, and some of your cards actually have actual useful connections and synergy with it, that's fine. If you're trying to speculate or to do a buyout for anything, snow-covered lands, it's so ridiculous. Hang on a second. Nope, still have 10,000 of them. That's how much nothing's changed. Really? Don't do it. People are doing it. I don't know why. If you want to buy Ice Age on eBay, if you want to buy it from me or other people, if you want to buy it to open it and have fun and nostalgia, cool. I've said this before. Do not invest in Ice Age. Do not speculate on this shit. This is... Look, I've sold so many Ice Age individual packs and starters lately. That's why I've been showing some sealed boxes. But people are... I don't think people are buying these individual starters and boosters because they want to play the game. No, they're buying these things because they've been having dinner all night with the flippin' Greed Monster. That's what people have been doing. They don't... It's not an investment vehicle. These are not investment vehicles, okay? I'm not going to repeat that a third time, so 2 times good enough. The point is, you guys need to realize that there's a shit ton of snow-covered lands out there. And if you're using that as literally an excuse or denial or justification to move forward and build a position in Ice Age, to buy it from me or anyone else is stupid. Do not buy from me for that reason. Do not buy from anyone on eBay for that reason. It's not the reason. That's not. It's just so ass backwards. I just don't even understand the mentality of it. Because of a flippin' tweet. Seriously? Jeez. Somebody makes a comment like, hey, Bob, what do you guys think if we did legendary dual lands? Really? It's so goofy, I don't even get it. Well, actually, I think that, no! It's stupid, man. They're not going to do a functional reprint. And I believe Mark Rosewater even replied saying, if you took Tundra and made a dual land and put the word snow in front of it and had the same authentic dual land mechanic with no drawback, it's the functional reprint of a reserved list card. And they're not going to do it. And they're not going to do it. And why people are behaving, it's like, yeah, we believe you're not going to do it. And they're literally turning around and they're like, they'll get on the phone, buy the shit, get out of here. Get out of here, we're Gordon Gecko. That's what people are doing. It doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous. Like, it's not a speculative vehicle, okay? Now, do I think something is coming in 5 years, because that's how far Wizards is ahead? Yes, something's coming. And they're probably going to do more of these they're probably going to bring back the snow-covered mechanic eventually, because a lot of people like it. I like it. So that mechanic will return. I'm telling you guys, I'm flipping telling you, that shit is in transit. Now, I don't know which vehicle it's coming from, because it could be on a hose town vehicle, which is going 5 miles an hour through a desert. I don't know, but the shit is going to come back. There will be snow covered, it will be a mechanic, but again, just the fact there's a tweet about it is retarded. Poor word choice, it's stupid, it's ignorant, it's not appropriate to make financial decisions on something like that. And I know, other people are going to comment, Rudy, Ice Age expected value has moved up some. There's a lot of cards in Ice Age. I mean, ever since the Oath of the Gatewatch had the waste and colorless mana being a real thing now, then a lot of those dual lands, the brush lands and the Darkar Waste, I think it is, and a lot of those cards have actually moved up in value from $1 or $2 to like 10. So, and again, there's not a lot of mint pack fresh of those cards out there, side note, because again, back then people didn't really use sleeves, nobody gave a shit. That was still the 90s era where kids like me shoved them in our backpacks and hit them to teachers. So, caution on the Ice Age. Caution buying $3 snow-covered lands, people. Come on. $3 for snow-covered land. You want to make a deck with snow-covered lands, and you want to buy 4 or 10 of each or whatever, I mean, you're going to be spending hundreds of dollars on snow-covered mountains. And that's just silly, because there's a lot of them out there. Almost anyone with massive collections that I've bought over the years is going to have piles somewhere in their land bin of snow-covered stuff in the industry. I have at least probably 1,000 snow-covered random lands in my bulk area of just the land area that I've had for ages because there was nobody gave a shit. So that's all I have to say with that. So make sure you're buying it for the right purpose. No, there's not going to be legendary snow-covered tundras. You know, legendary snow-covered underground seas. You know, they're not going to slap the power level through the roof and make a functional reprint of the Joker's card. Do I think if they did, what do I think the effect would be? I don't know. I think that would actually be kind of interesting. So, now separating from the whole what I think's going to happen. Now let's say they did kind of a legendary land where you're limited to 1 per deck versus the standard 4. And they did let's pick on, you know, I don't know, let's pick on what? Let's pick on Scrubland or Plateau or something stupid. Let's pick on, if there was like a snow-covered plateau and the art, if in the art had like a bunch of snow and like really neat artwork and it was kind of an older look, that would be sweet. And they kind of just add the word legendary snow-covered, so it would be limited to 1 per deck and just some strain of a reserved list dual land and how much the cost is for land base and all that. I actually think that would be kind of fascinating. I don't think it actually hurt the old market of the old cards. But as far as, I do think there would be almost like a dangerous effect of doing that, because if Wizards produced a set, and that set actually had the land cycle in it was actual snow-covered tundra, legendary snow-covered. The problem is those 5 lands would skew the entire expected value of the block. It would create a lot of, I don't know what the effect would be on that. I think it would actually. It might jack up, I mean, it would make the cost of standard cheaper, I guess you could say. It'd be no different than, well, actually, maybe I guess they could put it like lottery cards. But the thing is, it would really crush the price, and it would skew the entire value of a box, and dump all the value into that 5-cycle land base. And I don't know if that would be a really healthy thing for mass box openers to open 300-400 boxes to fire sale every card just to get these legendary duels. I don't think that's really a healthy thing to do, especially now with this really weak standard environment, really negative perception, the negative energy. So I think it would be fascinating if they were to take that approach one day. I hate to say it. I see Wizards maybe doing as close as possible functional reprints. I don't see them doing it exactly the same, but if they did, it's going to be in a lottery card. It's not going to be in a basic set. And then even then, I bet they would spread it out to like 1 snow-covered legendary duel per block or something. They would really diversify how they would capitalize on that move. So, conclusion of this video, Greed Monster's a real thing, people. He's on the floor, it's his loss. The thing is, walk away from this Ice Age little thing going on. Don't put money into it, it's silly. Don't buy Ice Age from me unless you want to actually have fun and do nostalgia. If you're trying to be speculative with it, don't be an idiot. Don't do it. This whole thing with Twitter, legendary snow cover thing, to me, is silly. Just walk away, people. calm down. It reminds me they invented the new waste mana symbol, and people went flipping crazy for 2-3 days, and then literally now nobody gives a shit about waste because it was block specific. That's how I feel about snow-covered land. That's how I feel about pretty much the future of snow-covered things. So again, Rudy with Alpha Investments, thank you very much, you guys. Love being back. Thanks for the video. Comment below if you guys think something else is in the works with snow-covered land. Legendary snow-covered. Is it actually going to be a block? Let me know other people's perspectives. I'd like to know how that goes also, but I just don't see it really happening. And if they do turn a legendary snow-covered, it's going to have some sort of attachment or downturn, or, you know, it's going to cost life, it's going to cost a card, it's going to cost a delay. It's going to be a mechanic attached to the weaken the card. So that's all I have to say. We're getting towards the end of the month. A lot of cool things. Got a lot of sweet videos. Got a really sweet video tomorrow. You guys have a great day. And fucking nice to be back.
Hey guys, today we are going to talk about what is arguably one of the strongest decks of all time. It is the turn 0 win deck. It plays Flash and Protein Hulk as your win combination, but it's very unique because it can win on turn 0. That's why it is famous, and that's why it is, in my opinion, the best deck ever to play. So, if you win the dice roll or coin flip, choose to draw. You want a hand of 8 to protect your cards. If you lose the dice roll or lose the coin flip, you will probably be drawing anyway, because it's likely your opponent will play. Now, an ideal hand will include Gemstone Cavern, Spirit Guide, one of the 2 Spirit Guides, Simeon or Elvis, Flash, Hulk, maybe a Lotus Petal, possibly a Summoner. So the first part of the combo is Hulk. Hulk is 7. It is the Descendant, so a card. When it is put into your graveyard for play, you can search the library for any number of creature cards or convert a mana cost 6 or less and put them into play. That means you can search stuff that costs 0 or X. You can search infinite amounts of those. As long as all the cards you search add up to 6 or less, it's okay. The next card was so good it banned. Flash, 1 and blue instant speed, put a creature card from your hand to play. You may pay its mana cost. Reduced by 2. Don't sacrifice it. You are not going to pay its mana cost reduced by 2 because you want to sacrifice it, which will trigger the Hope and get you a few different pieces. Now the pieces, back in the day, when I played the deck, there wasn't that many great pieces to get. There's more pieces now. This is the traditional way to win. You have Phyrexian, which costs X. You're going to pay it for 0 whenever it comes into play. It comes in play with, in this case, 0 +1/+1 counters. Cannot block, cannot attack. Let's pay 1 for each +1/+1 counter. But in this case, you're not going to pay anything, and it's just going to die. You play 4 of these. Your Hulk will bring out all 4 of them. If you have 1 of them in your hand, you'll bring out that too. Shifting Wall is another card very similar. It counts as a wall. You pay X. It comes into play with X +1/+1 counters, and this